Please stand beside me and guide me for Cancer's highest good. How is Cancer feeling in the second week of April 2025 with regards to the one they're thinking about, dealing with, or manifesting in? 3 cards for how Cancer's feeling, please. Okay, recovery from heartbreak. So this card, if it was upright, is the 3 of Swords. Okay, you see that she's in agony because she's heartbroken. We've got the 3 swords there. When that's reversed, it's recovery. Okay, so Cancer, at the moment, you are recovering from some sort of heartbreak. Aren't we all? Oh my God. Welcome into the chat. I'm currently on the sign of Cancer. Okay, I've just started. I will be doing Leo and Virgo after this. I'm using the Surrealist Tarot deck. Please support the channel and give me a like. Right, so we've got the card. It's the Major Arcana for Pisces, but it's reversed. I'm just going to remove that person because they're obviously like against tarot. It's funny because I'm an omnist, so I don't denounce any spirituality or religions. Okay, I'm happy for them all to be present. But there's a few people that think it's the devil's way. It's definitely not. Okay, it's about self-growth, understanding your actions, reflecting on them, and trying to be the best version of yourself. So it's unlike what they're saying. But there you go. Some people are not believers and they can't coexist. Yeah, so we've got Pisces, the moon, it's reversed. So I think you're really fearful of what's ahead, actually. Hi, Andrew. Also, what came out was the 4 of Cups, okay, being closed off to advances from others, expressions of emotion from others. I think it makes you really fearful. I've got some Grand Marnier in my gin today. I'm having a breakfast martini. It's delicious. Hi, Connor. Right, we've got the 8 of Cups. So walking away from a relationship, okay? Leaving a relationship behind. The King of Swords. The King of Swords is air energy. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Now, the King of Swords is very truthful, very cerebral. He intellectualizes everything, okay? So a thinker and someone who writes and speaks very, very well. They can be a little bit unemotional. So we're channeling that truthful energy, but an energy where everything has to be pre-planned and calculated, okay? Someone who likes to operate from a place of strategy, not spontaneity, okay? Let's have a look at the other cards. Hi, Claire. My favourite Dali painting. Oh, right, let's just interrupt the reading, even though I've just seen a card that's got me really excited. I think it's the anthropomorphic. Hang on. I don't want to knock my drink either. This, oh my goodness, it's opened up on the one. What's just fallen out there? It's that one. You know, the Sigmund Freud one, like the anthropomorphic cabinet. That's just fallen out. I used to live in Italy. I used to live in Bergamo. It's from a sanctuary that I visited. Oh, yeah, I love those because I used to work in early years, and I just love the idea that like human psychology is mixed in with art. I think it's really amazing. Look at that, the way his head's like open. Got to be careful because a lot of it's really like outrageous, isn't it? The Dali stuff. I like his earlier work. I still haven't been to his house, and I like this one. I love this one because it's about his mum and dad. It's about his mother and father. You know, so like the dad is like more emaciated and he's got a skull for a face because he wasn't as close to his dad, and the mum's like physically closer to us and she's still got her flesh because he was closer to his mum. I just love this book. Right, I got it when I was in sixth form, so that's like 20 years ago, 25 years ago, no, 23 years ago. I got it from Waterstones. It's printed by Taschen. It's Giles Narrow. Anyway, I could go on about that and then people will be like, can you shut up please and do the reading? I've got hang on, I don't know if it's out, but I've got a postcard with it's gala laid out and then it's got like the pomegranate. No way, I'm gonna look because I want to. I must have packed it away. I've got my summer stuff down, so I'll probably get that out if I see it. Anyway, back to the reading. Right, we've got the Ace of Wands. So this is a rebirth. What is going on here? Because we've got leaving a relationship and then thinking about it, wanting a whole rebirth. Because this is a seed. And we've got this wands, you know, it's the Ace of Wands, all this emotion. There's the chessboard. So it's not on a whim that this is being decided. This is after heavy thought. We've got the Two of Swords reversed. Now, that's a positive reversal. If the Two of Swords was upright, we'd be, you know, with our eyes closed, like blindfolded, not wanting to make a choice. But when the Two of Swords is reversed, we're becoming open to the idea of making this important decision, okay? And it's clearly about a rebirth. Were these this way up or the other way? Which way were they? We've got the Hierophant, the Three of Pentacles, and the Five of Swords. So, the Hierophant is the major for Taurus. It's the major arcana for Taurus. So, you could have Taurus in your chart. But the Hierophant is someone who's learnt many harsh lessons. Okay, so they are someone that has had that much experience walking this earth in this 3D reality that they have become wise, okay? They've become the teacher and now they're no longer the student. They wish to teach others what they've learnt, you know, from these difficult experiences. The Three of Pentacles is wanting to work together. It's about teams, cooperation, community, coming together, working together to build. The Five of Swords is arguments, okay? So verbal disagreements. They're literally having a sword fight up there. So it's thinking differently and, you know, verbally disagreeing about something. Now, I'm sure they were reversed, weren't they? So we could be going against our better judgment and clashing and quarrelling with one another. But when the Five of Swords is reversed, it's trying to avoid arguments. It's trying to avoid this inevitability of arguing over something. So you've not been seeing eye to eye with someone, to put it mildly. But I think you want a rebirth. Right, let's see what their feelings are. So we know we're dealing with the past. Do you know what? I'm not ready for summer. I haven't done my tan and I'm too hot in these clothes that I've got on. The Emperor. You're dealing with the Emperor. Okay, the Emperor has all 4 kings. He's the highest status in the tarot deck, equivalent to the Empress. The Emperor and the Empress are in charge in the tarot deck. Look at him. He's very self-assured. Okay, he has the King of Cups, the King of Swords, the King of Wands, the King of Pentacles. So he's a fantastic provider. He's got to a point in his life where he's incredibly wise, very truthful, very ambitious, goal-orientated, strategic. You know, nothing's done on a whim with the Emperor. Everything has to be with lots of advice, taking advice, seeking counsel, you know, wise counsel, and everything has to be strategic. If he needs anything, he will send the pages, he will send the knights, you know, he will put the kings forward first. So, I'm just thinking what I haven't spoken about yet. The King of Cups is very empathetic, very, very caring, generous, you know, compassionate, thoughtful. They're able to stay calm, you know, in bad situations. What haven't I spoken about? Pentacles, Wands, yeah, Swords. So a really intelligent person that you're dealing with here. Hi Kyle, I'm not I can't do super chats until I get to 500 subscribers, so I can't answer individual questions in the live. This is a collective reading for Cancer. However, if you want me to pre-record a reading, I'm happy to do that. It'll be £18 and you can find the link to my Etsy store. Otherwise, like and subscribe, and when I get to 500, I can take a super chat and I'll answer any question that you've got. So this person is feeling themselves at the moment. They're really in control of their own destiny. Hi, Rishab. I'll answer personal questions when I can do super chats. I need to get to 500 subscribers first. Hi, Ria. Hi, Pala. Hi, Naz. Please like, share and subscribe to the channel. And when I get to 500, I can answer your super chats, okay? We've got the Ace of Cups reversed. The Eight of Pentacles. The Knight of Swords. The Four of Swords and the Hermit. Okay, let's start from the back. The Ace of Cups. Now, the Ace of Cups upright is someone who's in love, or they have self-love, okay, in abundance. So with that being reversed, there's a lack of love, whether that be, yeah, a broken heart because the person they love doesn't love them, or they have a lack of self-love. So let's see what the other cards are. The Eight of Pentacles is growth and expansion. It's investment into the future. So the Eight of Pentacles for a relationship would be, I want to grow and expand. I want to invest time, money and energy into this and see, you know, where it goes. The Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords has urgent communication that needs to be delivered quickly, you know, with haste. The Four of Swords is taking much needed respite. You know, the person's lying down because they're exhausted, they're battle fatigued. Yeah?
Pizza and salad, but if you want some or if you eat them.
Pizza and salad.
You want it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was my mum. The Hermit is the major arcana for Virgo. Now, in this story of the major arcana, the Fool realizes that he must walk this part of the journey alone. Okay, the answers lie within him. He has to look inward in order to understand how he feels, what his part was in a situation, and what he wants going forward. It's not that he can ask anyone else. You can't ask other people how you feel about something. You can't ask other people what your part was in a relationship. You must look within. Okay? The only people that know what happened in a relationship are the two people in it. Okay? So it's about isolating yourself and putting your walls up for a while, particularly after a period of pain. You know, we have our walls up, we have time alone. And I don't mean you're alone 24/7, I just mean you don't jump into a new relationship. You have to process what's happened. This is really healthy shadow work. Hi, Vashi. This is reverse. So someone's exhausted, they're avoiding looking within. They want growth and expansion. They want love. Okay, the Emperor wants love. This is a reading, it's a collective reading for the sign of Cancer. If you're a Cancer, then it could be for you if it resonates. Otherwise, please like, share and subscribe and repost the channel and the readings. When I get to 500, I can answer individual questions, okay? Or I can pre-record a reading for you if you pay. The link to my Etsy store is on the description for my channel. The King of Cups. Okay, so the King of Cups is someone who's incredibly empathetic. They're very caring, they're very calm, compassionate, forgiving. Okay, and it's upright, so that's really good. So I don't know anything really about astrology. All I know is how it's linked very slightly to tarot, and that's it really. I'm not an expert on other aspects. I love astrology, but I don't understand it to teach others about it. Have you ever calculated your birth chart? Your birth chart contains all your placements, different elements of the zodiac signs. I need to get mine printed actually. You can get it for free. If you know what time you were born, if you know exactly what time you were born, you can get all your placements of your 12 houses. I know there's a lot of channels where people are like proper astrologers. They're really, really good. But one's really tight. He like charges you loads. He only gives you a tiny bit of the reading and then you have to buy the reading, and I don't like that. And he's always trying to flog stuff that he's selling, so I don't like that. Stopped watching him. Let's get 3 cards for the outcome. So we've got a broken heart. We've got avoidance of arguments. We've got potentially a situation where, you know, you walked away from a relationship and caused an ending, and now you want a rebirth, having, you know, thought about it. Maybe you just want things to be different this time. This person showing up as an emperor, they're very high value. And I'm not saying emperors don't make mistakes, but it's a high value person. They know a lot, they've experienced a lot. And they're in a place right now where they're feeling very compassionate. Oh, you have a website, nice. Naomi Naturals. I'll have to check that out. I tell you what I know about numerology. I only know about the numbers through what other tarot readers have said. I've learned tarot through watching other tarot readers. It would be interesting to get a book about numerology, wouldn't it? That could be a good read for my next holiday. The Four of Wands. Okay, so 4 is a number of stability. You've got the 4 wands. It's like 4 legs to a chair or 4 walls to a house. Very stable energy. Nice. It's upright. There's a happy, steady home here. So it could be that this is someone that you live with. It's a public union. So either you live together or you live together and you're married. But everyone in the town knows about this union. Okay, it's well celebrated. When you came together, everyone was very happy. So there could have been, this could be about 2 people who, well, yeah, I'm just thinking because there was a broken heart and because there was the 8 of Cups and closed off emotions and then a rebirth, I'm thinking that it's a marriage or a union. You know, to be an emperor, you have to be more than likely middle-aged or older, retired. So I think you may live with this person, you may own a property together. But know that this person, what other cards did they get? They had the Ace of Cups reversed, the 8 of Pentacles. They want growth and they want to talk with you. They've healed, okay? Hi, David. It's very difficult when you're trying to get over somebody, isn't it? I think you have to control how much you allow yourself to think about a person. You know, if you become obsessed, you've got to distract yourself and be in the company of people who are giving you their time. And then, you know, you can ask your spirit guides for help and support. You can focus on your goals and your dreams. I can answer super chats when I get to 500 subscribers. If you super chat me, I can answer a question. But until I get to 500, I can't answer personal questions in the chat. I can pre-record a message for £18. In fact, it wouldn't be a message, it'd be 20-minute reading. So it's much better value for money. Oh my goodness, we've got a tower. We've got a tower, guys, in the outcome. The tower can appear to be a frightening card, but it's actually, what it means is what's existing will come down and what will replace it will be better. So maybe this rebirth is happening, a much more stable, you know, relationship or marriage, living situation. They're very positive, those cards. I am a big foodie. I'm obsessed with food. Yeah, I'm a Taurus, so I'm very like down to earth. And I'm creative. But I get caught off guard by others because I wouldn't say I'm big on strategy or trying to suss out other people's motives and go 10 steps ahead. I'm not like that. I go with how I feel. Very, very sensitive person. The Devil reversed. So this is a positive reversal. The Devil is the major for Capricorn. It's the major arcana for Capricorn. When that's upright, there's something we're obsessed with or attached to, something we're infatuated with, a person or a behaviour, something we keep repeatedly doing. When we break free from the devil, it reverses. Now, in this outcome, we're breaking free from any negative behaviour, any toxic behaviours, toxic people, and we're getting stability, I think. Stability is the outcome, a happy home is the outcome. Everything's going to change, okay? And what wasn't working is going to be fixed. It's going to be broken down and replaced by something better. What are you obsessed with? So they're really good outcome cards. Now, let's clarify. My date of birth is the 3rd of May, 1985. I'm an 80s child, guys. I grew up around mullets and Rick Astley and New Romance, Madonna, Material Girl, disco skirts. Yeah. Jazzy colours on polo shirts, you know. Suit jackets with the sleeves turned up. Yeah. Crazy blow dries. Crimped hair. Oh yeah, let's get some shadow cards to work out why this person is not doing their hermit work. Either they're avoiding it or they've just completed it, because the hermit's reversed. Why have they got the Ace of Cups more than that? Furthermore, why have they got the Ace of Cups reversed? What's this Emperor's issue? Yeah, my first phone I got when I was in sixth form. I was like 17 and I got a little Sagem. In fact, I had my mum's old Nokia. And then I got a Sagem, which was just for texting and calling. Mortal Kombat. Sega Mega Drive. Super Mario. Being burned, afraid to love someone. That's why this person, this emperor, are focused on career more than likely and focused on money. They've really got a damaged heart, you know. They're trying to protect themselves because it doesn't have to have been from love. It could have been, you see that it says unhealed trauma. They run away from, it's because of something that happened in the past, and that could be when they were a child. Yeah, so I had an iPhone, and no, I had a BlackBerry because my friend had a BlackBerry and she said, I've got a BlackBerry, you get one. So as soon as I got one, then she got an iPhone, and I had to go and get an iPhone then. I was really pissed off about that. I'm on Samsung now. Samsung's better for like battery life, although the camera's shocking. It takes two. Someone is not committed, incompatible, or conflicted. Crushed? Oh my god. This doesn't come out often, you know. Yeah, I'm very introverted. You are hurting emotionally right now. You need time to heal before you jump in again. Oh, this person, my goodness. They're an emperor, but they have such a soft, you know, fragile heart. boundless spirit. Your only limits are the ones you put on yourself. This person self-sabotages, okay? So it's to do with their past. It's not personal to you, although it affects you heavily. But you've got a really nice outcome because it looks like they've managed to rebirth this and revitalize it and remove their toxic patterns, okay? Did I not see that before? Unpredictable. Never know what they'll do. Unreliable live wire. I don't know if I read that out before or not, but it was just here. Yeah, they've got some like crazy ways, this person, because of the past. Let's get some confessions from them. That's always fun. That was straight away. I care too much what others think. I care too much what others think. Of course, an emperor cares what people think about them. You know, they have control over a lot of things. They have hella amounts of responsibility and they have to be composed at all times. You can't be the captain of the ship and run around flapping. You know, you got to be cool, calm, collected, suave. Hi, Lexi. Hi, filter test. Welcome in, everyone. Let's get messages from them. It looks like this is going to get sorted out, guys. It's going to get sorted out. They want to be romantic with you and want to date you. Whoops. I'm not stable right now. Let me fix this. Okay, they know it's their fault. They know it's their fuck up. I'm going to contact you. I need to speak to you soon. You're in my dreams. They think about you day and night. Day and night. I will see you sooner than you think. That's over the Four of Wands. Maybe they're going to come to your house or like come and find you in the house if you both live together. I'm listening to my guides. Okay, they're going to follow their intuition. They're not going to let their ego ruin everything. They're not going to get in their head about this anymore. Let's take it slowly, please. Yes, I do have a thirst for knowledge. I love to learn. I only read non-fiction. I don't like fiction books because this is not necessarily true, but in my mind, I feel like my time should be spent learning. That's why I love tarot, because you learn about yourself. You learn about wisdom, spirituality, intuition. You learn about your guides. You learn about existentially why we're all here. I love to learn. I love like doing hobbies as well where you have to master like a skill or something. Yeah, I hate reading fictional books. I don't see the point. What's the point? It's just a waste of time because it's not real. I know that's like not everyone's. It's just how I am, and I don't judge anyone else. I just don't get it. Like, it's not my thing. Right, so we've got messages. When is this reunion, this reconciliation going to happen? Within a couple of months. This is going to get sorted out in a couple of months, okay? Or before then. I'm from near Liverpool. No, I don't speak Spanish. Right, let's get you some advice, Cancer. Integrate your knowing, okay? So you need to put your intuition in the driver's seat and you need to trust that everything's going to work out for the best. Liverpool. Liverpool obs. Choose who you are becoming. Okay, so think about what you want for your future and work towards it. Create goals and actively seek them and work towards them. Make sure that you're living your best life, you know, and do that together. If that means being together, be together. Lead your metamorphosis, okay? So a tower moment, you're going to evolve, you're going to grow, you're going to be a team. Life's going to be better than it ever was. The edge of evolution feels messy, okay? Just because things aren't clear and we haven't got all the answers right now doesn't mean it isn't just going to work out exactly for our highest good, okay? Right, so let's get a couple more advice cards and then we'll go on to Leo. Hi, Jean. Valiant courage. Take action with passion. Be brave, be bold, get out there, make it happen. Hummingbird and miracles. You are the joy bringer. You bless the world with positivity and love. Energy soars on your shining wings. Spread the miracle of happiness. That is beautiful. What a lovely card. Whoops, just knocked. Right, I'm going to tidy up these cards for you, Cancer. That was your reading. I hope you liked it. I hope it resonates with some people out there. And we'll move on to Leo. Right, these are collective readings. When I get to 500 subscribers, I can answer questions in the live because I can do super chats then. If you want a 20-minute pre-recorded reading, it's £18 and the link to my Etsy store is on my channel description. Otherwise, please like, share the channel and subscribe so we can get to 500. It's the road to 500. I can't believe we're at 400. I'm so happy. I'm absolutely thrilled. Very grateful. Must be doing something right. Okay, let's take the Cancer card away and we'll get